Shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Quadash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which would be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, whom may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to get into a brief lesson. And I wanted to do it in this format. It's been a while since I did it in this format. I realized that the other day. But now, needless to say, I wanted to do a quick lesson, pretty much land back in off of the conversation the beloved Akiyam and myself were having yesterday at camp in regards to the power of this gospel being preached, man. The power of this word going forth. Okay, it's shaking queendoms, man. Okay, and we're talking about Evil E's queendom. It's shaking this man off of his foundation. You see, because as we know, this man's queendom has been built on the foundation of what? Lies, pseudoscience, right? Falsehood, divination, right? Witchcraft. You see, but there's truth going out. What's it doing? It's cracking this man's foundation. And ultimately, upon the fulfillment of this word going forth, Yahweh Shai is going to come physically remove this man from the throne. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, let's get into this. The first scripture I want to get, and these are many scriptures that could have came out yesterday, but it's all through the spirit. This is the book. Let's go here. Let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 10. And let's start at verse 4, and it reads, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal," right? The weapons of our warfare are what? Spiritual. We're not gonna hit you. We're not gonna come through with AK-47s or tanks or grenades or rocket launchers or machine guns or jet fighters or missiles. Nah, man. We're gonna come through with the power of the word, okay, which is like it under fire, man. You see, this word pierces you through. You see, and it also moves kingdoms out of the way upon it being prophesied within that kingdom. And we're going to show you that. You see, and that's exactly what's happening now, real time. This gospel is being preached, okay, first and foremost right here in Babylon, okay, and throughout all four corners of the earth. You see, and ultimately, upon the fulfillment of this gospel being preached, the end's going to come, man, with Yahweh Shai busting into this third dimension, okay, and claiming what's rightfully his, which is this planet, okay, as it's written, okay, the what's that in 1 Corinthians 10? All right, the earth is the Lord's, man, okay, and he's coming to strip it out of the hands of you damn demons, man. You were only leasing this earth. You see, this earth is not yours for the keep. So lucky I lost my place. Continuing on, the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4, and it reads, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai," see, "to the pulling down of strongholds," man. Okay, and this word going forth is pulling down all the strongholds that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, done plastered up. Okay, from covering over the nationalities of the heathen, okay, to claiming that he's the chosen. You see, he rewrote history in the form of the Renaissance period, okay, in the form of iconoclasm. You see, this truth knocks all that down, all his witchcraft, all his necromancing. You see, it knocks all that down, man. This word going forth is lifting the veil and that covering cast over the faces of the people, man. It's taking it right off where they can see what's really happening, and it's because of this word's going forth. You see, this word is moving his kingdom, his queendom out of the way. You see, a matter of fact, let me get this quick precept. There's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, real quick. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, and verse 9, and it reads, "Not that thou was unable to bring the ungodly under the hand of the righteous in battle and right, as it's written, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai mustereth the host of the battle." You see, who wins a battle, who wins a war, is up to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And it's written that this final battle that's going to take place in the form of World War III, okay, Evil E in the form of Babylon the Great is going to lose. You see? And ultimately, all you heathen are going to lose. Because Yahweh Shai is going to win this battle, man. Yahweh Shai is going to come in the midst of the battle, man. Okay? And take it all. It tells you that in 2nd Ezra 13. You see? The armies of the earth are going to try to war against them. You see? But they're going to be eviscerated. Ultimately, is what's going to happen. You see? The saints are going to take the kingdom, as it's written in the book of Daniel. Okay? Let's continue on. Or to destroy them at once with cruel beasts. Right, what scripture goes into the spirits created for the day of vengeance. Okay, those spirits, come on, man. Yahweh is the father of spirits. Wisdom of Solomon, as a matter of fact, this very same chapter. Let's jump up to verse 1. It says what? For thine incorruptible spirit, Wisdom of Solomon 12:1. For thine incorruptible spirit is in all things, man. So the spirit of the Lord can, I've said this before, the spirit of the Lord he can put his spirit on a telephone pole, man, to come tumbling down on your whip while you win it. See? That's the power of the Lord. He's inestimable. Okay? He's, what's the word I'm looking for? Omnipotent. He's everywhere at once. You see? He is. Okay? And this is what you people are going to find out. Let's continue on. Or to destroy them at once with cruel beasts, back in Wisdom of Solomon 12:9, or with one rough word, man. Or with one rough word. Okay? This word is rough going out, man. And it's doing something. The scripture says, Isaiah 55, the words of the Lord will not go out void, but they're going to accomplish what he sent them out to do. Roughly paraphrasing, man. That's how this thing is going down. You see? And it's written, okay, that what? Evil E is going to be moved out the way. Let's continue on in the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10, and let's read down to verse 5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. And we know, pursuant to Corinthians, that the wisdom of this world is foolishness to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Scripture also goes into how what's this say? The wisdom of righteousness is not wisdom, or roughly perfect. Matter of fact, that's in Wisdom of Solomon. No, that's in what's that? Is that Sirach? Bear with me real quick. Let me get this real quick. This is the book. Let me see here. The book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 19 and verse 22, and it reads, the knowledge, okay, of wickedness is not wisdom. You see? And that's how Esau moves. Esau moves under the guidelines of wickedness. Okay, he's coined in Malachi, the 1st chapter and the 4th verse, as the border of wickedness, man. Every so-called white man, woman, and child, man, they're the sons of perdition. They come after the workings of Satan. Okay, as it tells us in 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. Matter of fact, I'm going to go get that. But let's continue on. The book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 19 and verse 22, and it reads, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. You see, because why? It's carnal wisdom. It's worldly knowledge, worldly wisdom. Again, which is foolishness to the Lord, right? Neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence, man, which prudence goes into wisdom as well. Okay? And their counsel, they lack prudence, they lack wisdom. Okay? Okay, a fool has said in his heart that there's no God, man. A fool has said that. You see? Let's continue on here in Corinthians. 2 Corinthians 10, right? In verse 4, from the top, and it reads, no, I'm still like at 5, and it reads, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Mashiach. You see? So, hey, guess what? If you're against Yahushai, you ain't gonna make it. You see? Let's read that again. And bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Mashiach, man. Okay, you see that? At the end of the day, all things obey the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. There's no way around it. You see? There's no way. He's the creator of all things, including evil E. You see? And what we're doing is we're prophesying the words of the Lord. And ultimately, as it says in Job, okay, we're declaring his way unto his face, man. And at the end of the day, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to repay him for the things that he has done. You see, that's the chronological order to how this thing's going to play out. Let's go ahead. Let's go to, let's get that 2 Thessalonians. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Let's start at verse 7, and it reads, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. And Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he's the mystery of iniquity. Okay, he's been able to hide himself under the guidelines of nationalities that he's not. Okay, he's been able to hide himself under different denominations of religion. You see? This man's been able to hide himself by saying he's a certain nation of a specific landmass that he conquered. You see, he's been able to hide himself through the social construct he created in the form of black and white. You see, this man is a demon, but now he's being discovered and found out. Now he's being revealed. You see? How? Through this word. Let's continue on. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. See, so it's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai letting this man pursue this deception. But there's a day and time, okay, written that this man will be removed. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai will no longer hold his peace. You see? Here we go. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. You see that? And who's the spirit of the Lord's mouth? Let's go get this. You see, hey, and we know that this man's being revealed. Why? Because who's pulling C-367 bills, okay, out of that ass, man? Okay? So you got South Dakota and Georgia banning certain pressure points of the Bible and certain teachings in efforts to protect you-know-what. Okay? No, man, it's because the truth is coming out. The truth is coming out, man. Okay? The truth is coming out. He's being consumed, okay, by the word of the Spirit of the Lord's mouth. Let's get this real quick in Hosea. Hosea 12 and verse 10, and it reads, as a matter of fact, let's start at verse 9, and it reads, and I, that am the Lord, Yahweh, thy power, from the land of Egypt. Right, why? Because he delivered us from the land of Egypt. That was the first great exodus. Okay? Will yet make thee to dwell in tabernacles as in the days of the solemn feasts. Here's the point. I have also spoken by the prophets And I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. You see that? So it's not a light thing seeing men, okay, in ancient garments on the highways and byways and on these digital epistles pushing out the Lord's word in spirit and in truth. This is not a light thing, okay? And it's making things happen. This is why Esau is utilizing his strength in the form of his laws, okay, to try to silence this word. But all he's going to do is accelerate his removal, because Amos 8 and 11 goes into the famine of the word. Okay, so it's not a surprise if he's able to accomplish this feat. And in actuality, all he's doing is fulfilling biblical prophecy. See, and we know these things. We know these things, man, through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. The famine of the word has to come, man. But understand this. After the word comes, check this out. After the word gets silenced, check this out. Right? And then back in the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. And we just proved to you that the servants of prophets are the mouthpiece of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, and this word going forth like fire is devouring, okay, all that be as wood, as it tells us in Jeremiah 5. And that word devour goes into consume. When you look up that word devour, one of the similar words is consume. You see? This word is consuming this man. Okay? Let's continue on. And check this out. And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, man. The brightness of who's coming? Yahweh Shai. The brightness of his coming in the form of what? The missiles and the chariots that are going to be shooting direct energy weapons in the form of that concentrated heat. Hold on. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, man. You see? He whose coming is after the working of Satan, evil E, the sons of perdition, the wicked. Okay? With all signs, right? And lying wonders, man. All this man's been doing is lying. And one of his greatest lying wonders that he's going to push at the end days, in these latter days, is that charagma, that C-hip. That's going to go on your forehead, on your hand. Revelations 13 and 16. You see? That's what hey. But guess what? Upon him doing that, again, that as well, that's going to usher in his end. That's going to usher it in. You see? And it's not going to take long. It's not going to take long at all. Okay? Hey, Babylon is falling, man. As a matter of, let's go get that. What's that? Revelations 18? Hey, it's not going to take long, man. The book of Revelations, chapter 18, and verse 1, and it reads, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. You see? Because this place is going to turn into a desert land. Okay? Upon those missiles touching down and reshaping this whole landmass, man. Turning it into a lake of fire. You see, Babylon is falling. Why do you think you see Biden slipping and falling? Okay? And he can't get up. Okay? Hey, that's a token. That's a token to the downfall of Babylon, man. Okay? And upon this place descending down into the abyss, okay? When the visitation comes in its perfection, it's not going to take but an hour. And it tells you that. Let's jump down in this chapter. Verse 17 in Revelations 18 and 17. For in 1 hour, Revelations 18 and 17, it reads, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. And every shipmaster, so like, should I start out? Let me see. Now I'll start right there. That's the spirit. Right? Revelations 18:17, it reads, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. And every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood far off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, at last the great city wherein were made rich, Salakia, at last, that great city wherein were made rich all that bad ships, and the sea by reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour is she made desolate, man. Okay, guys, you got to remember, the reason why it's mentioned in shipmasters and these ships and these trades, America is the biggest importer on the planet. Okay, all the major imports coming this way. This is the biggest importer. America is the biggest one. You see? you can find anything in Babylon because it's being imported in. You see? And these other nations are making a lot of money off this place, man. See, that's why they're going to be weeping and crying, man, and wailing, because they can't do business with her no more. They're going to see that smoke billowing up, man. Okay? Check this out. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles, Revelations 18:19. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets. You see? Which goes into the elect, the apostles, and the prophets. Rejoice over her, proving that in these latter days, there's going to be prophets on the scene. Okay? There's going to be apostles on the scene in Babylon the Great, which is aka America. This precept right here is proof of that. You see, for all you Old Testament, okay, the prophets in that Malachi, non-understanding reprobates. You see? Let's continue on. Back in the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 20. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai hath avenged you on her. Avenge going into revenge, recompense, vengeance. It's coming to Babylon. You see? And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone. That's the spirit, right? And cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. So it's going to be a violent overthrow. Okay, the removal of this man's queendom is going to come through violence. It's written in the Bible. These are not my words. As a matter of fact, let's get this and close out, if the Spirit allows. The book of 2nd Esdras. Joachim know where I'm going. The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15. And verse 10. And it reads, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them to dwell in the land of Egypt. Right? And in this very land, okay, our people have been being slaughtered for over 500 years, man. Okay? For over 500 years, man, we've been being handled roughly by you heathens, preferably by you Edomites, man. Did you not think there was ever going to be a recompense for that? Well, you were sadly mistaken, man, because now we're living in the final moments before your visitation, okay? And this is why this place is diminishing the way it is, okay? This is why you people on TikTok spewing out your your depression. You see, because misery has come. This is the time we're living in. Misery for Babylon, man. Misery, man. Misery unto her that has received his sons and daughters, man. Okay, misery, man. Let's continue on. Let's continue on. Let's see here. But, all right, second Ezra 15 and 11. But I will bring them, and again, this Egypt, I must be allowed to elaborate on this. Let's read that. Let's read verse 10 again. Behold, second Ezra 15 and 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. This is talking about America. Okay, Revelations 11 tells you what? Let's go get it. The book of Revelation, chapter 11, and verse 8, and it reads, and their dead bodies, whose dead bodies? Israelites. Okay, in the form of us being spiritually dead, man. Okay, and that's twofold and literally, because we've been sprawled out all over this place, man. We're walking on forgive me, what's the term? Mass grave sites for the most part. Okay, where they dug pits and just threw our people in it, man. Okay, that's all over the place in Babylon, where they just opened up the earth and just was throwing Jake in there. Go look up Wounded Knee Massacre, man. All right, and the pride of this man, they got pictures on Google, man. You can go peep it. Okay, this is what this man was doing. All right, this is the thing that these people were doing, man, and they got to pay for that. That's not gonna go unanswered for, man. All that blood that these people have shed of Israelites, man. Nah, man. That's got to be answered for, and it will. It will be answered for. Let's get this. Let's continue on. The book of Revelation, chapter 11, and verse 8, and it reads, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, all right, Babylon, America, right, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. See? Now you gotta do is look around, man. As far as it being likened unto Sodom, that doesn't even have to be explained. Come on now. Okay? And as far as Egypt is concerned, come on, man. You got Vegas, or they got pyramids all up in Vegas. All right, you got a pyramid on your dollar bill. Come on, man. This is spiritually Egypt. Think about it, right? Where also our Lord was crucified, man. You see, and of course he wasn't literally crucified here. What? He was canceled out. He was X'd out here. You see, he was X'd out. They X'd him out by what? They X'd out the way he really looks. Okay, the true gospel that was written in the Bible, that was truly that was of the truth. Esau turned the truth into a lie. Okay, they X'd him out that way. Okay, the justice and judgment, okay, that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua establishes, they X'd that out. Talking about everybody can be saved, come as you are, you know, salvation's for everybody. You see? And ultimately them stealing our culture, man, our heritage, man, claiming that they're us, taking on these law, statutes, and commandments unto themselves, man. You see? Guess what? There's a penalty for that. You see? There's a penalty for that. Let's go back to our second Ezra. Ooh, and as a matter of fact, back in second Ezra, based off what I was saying, talking about these open graves, you know, the blood that these devils shed of our people. Let me read up and we'll continue down. The book of second Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 9. All right, and that's the spirit. The Lord speaking, man. That's the spirit. Kahalayim la Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And therefore, saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them, man. There goes that word avenge, man, which goes into revenge, man. See, the Lord's not gonna let that slide. There's no sweeping it under the rug, man. All right, there's no reparations that can be paid. Okay, there's no pleasing the poor. Okay, that can be executed. There's no I'm sorry. Nah. Not thus says the law, man. Blood for blood, man. Hey, a tooth for tooth, eye for eye, life for life. This is the law, man. That's how the Lord operates, man. It's gonna be according to the Lord's anger. Okay, how you get recompense, man, pursuing to Ezekiel 25. You see? Continuing on, 2 Ezra 15 and 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm. That's Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is Yahweh's mighty right hand and mighty right arm. Okay? Yahweh Shai is the one that executes the justice and judgment pursuant to John 5:22. Go read it. And smite Egypt with plagues. Hold on. As before. Past tense. Proving that this is speaking of an Egypt in the future. The question is, who's Egypt? What landmass will be considered Egypt? We just showed you. America, Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon. This is spiritually Egypt. Okay, and Yahweh Bashim Yahushua putting on these devil spirits to put a pyramid on their dollar and erect these pyramids all throughout the throughout their country to show us that these are tokens. Those are signs that, oh, this got to be it. You see? But you got to have that spiritual eyesight to see it. It's plain. Hey, and what did Yahweh Bashim Yahushua do with ancient Egypt? He sent 10 plagues upon ancient Egypt, man. Okay? He was plaguing them with all types of infirmities, man. Frogs, right? He plagued them with darkness. Okay? And ultimately, at the end of it all, the last plague that he sent upon them was death. Okay? Where he what? He took out all the firstborn, okay, of every household and flock. Okay? And B. See? The Lord don't play, man. Go read Exodus 12, man. Go read it. Right? Continuing on. But I will, let's start from the top. 2 Ezra 15:11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Again, proving that this is not talking about ancient Egypt. Okay, because the visitation of this spiritual Egypt is going to come with a complete eradication of the land. This land is not going to be inhabitable. And we read that in Revelations 18 before we grab this. Check this out. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it should be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall bring upon it. And we know that plague and its perfection are the weapons of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's indignation, which come in the form of those missiles, man. Okay? And those chariots, okay, with that concentrated heat to assist in the destruction, man. So yeah, man, hey, this word going out, it's a dreadful sound to the ears of evil E, man. Okay? He's heard the report. Okay? The king of Babylon has heard the report. All right? And now his hands are waxing feeble, man. But there's nothing he can do but sit back and wait. Okay? For Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to come through. And he's coming. All right? He's coming to deliver his elect. Lord willing, we're part of that precious number. Okay? And he's coming to wreak havoc, okay, on the populations of the earth, starting right here in Mystery Babylon the Great. Hey, woe to you. Woe to you who desire the day of the Lord, man. What is it? What is the end of it to you? Repent, Jake. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where our length is 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwaf will edify. Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yahushai, Kal Halalim La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Shalom Akiyam.